Alright guys, just wanted to send a little pup date. Kind of like I said, the first day or so is just going to be kind of acclimating to me, the pack, new environment, a little bit of a different routine with the same parameters schedule wise that you guys had for feeding and potties mostly. But if you notice, they're not really playing and they're kind of focused. I got bones scattered all around. A lot of people will tell you maybe to not be so gracious with the bones, and more so just like keep real bones and enrichment stuff for their crates, and that way, you know, they have their own and there's no risk of stealing or whatever. After years of trying that, I learned that it actually does quite the opposite and ends up kind of encouraging resource guarding. I wouldn't say creating it, but it makes for a higher probability of it developing, in that if the bone is always given to the dog in a crate or in isolation period, then it literally always is theirs. So then if the situation happens upon them where they do need to share, they don't really know how to begin that process, and they do have this sense of ownership over it because it's always been that way. So nowadays, years, I do quite the opposite. I try to have as many possible things to guard out there as I can, especially when they're young. These three, they've made a great group together, and they will all kind of synced up. They're all pretty young. I mean, the Mastiff, you know, it's a Mastiff, so she looks big, but she's only just turned 5 months old a few days ago, so she really latches onto that puppy energy. And then these two are older. The little guy, the Frenchie's the oldest. Dalmatian's over a year, so it's a good spread. We have another one coming tonight. That's a Mastiff a boxer that I trained when he was just a little puppy. Now he's a couple years old. I've been working with him. He's fantastic. So that'll give him even a Cusco. Good. That'll give him even or give them, I should say, even a better spread in terms of index of dogs. So he'll then be the oldest when he shows up, and then they'll have you know, all the way down to this 5-month-old girl here to kind of grow with and also learn from in terms of some of the older ones. So it's going to be good. Everyone's been pretty good with the bones. I'd say the two biggest garters would be the Frenchie and maybe the Mastiff, but you know, nothing aggressive. Just you know, kind of get a little defensive once in a while over it, but a quick and they snap right out of it. The Dalmatian is incredibly friendly. I'd say that they're pretty similar, and also they're pretty similar, and I can see why they group up. I mean, once they kind of fall into a pack like setting like this, within the first few days, good girl, still kind of potty training, good girl, mama. Yeah, I saw you. In the first few days, they're going through pack ordering. So these three have their pack order. Koozie, get off of his... Get up. Come on. Gross. Cut it out. Puppies. Get out of here. Inappropriate, son. And he doesn't care at all. He's so nice. Unfortunate for him. They're doing pack ordering, so they're just trying to see where they all rank. Pack ordering, pack ranking, however you want to say it. These three are pretty established, but are still kind of working on it. I mean, it takes a while. and you know, that couple day grace period where I really work on the socializing and the you know, enrichment stuff. That bonding time, that's where they're going to really develop their order. I've been doing this for a long time. I can almost guarantee you that this is going to be your higher ranking dog out of your two, but who knows? As they develop, that may change. Why I bring that up so early is to stress the importance of adhering to whatever order it is that they settle in. So especially when you want to avoid littermate syndrome and any sort of pack sibling rivalry, you're going to want to show a little bit of, I wouldn't go as far as to say it's favoritism, but you do want to be mindful of your timing when certain things happen, and you're going to want this dog, assumedly, you know, if it switches I'll tell you, but my prediction is going to be this dog. You're going to want this one to have a lot of the firsts that come up, so if you're feeding slightly before the other dog, send this one. If you're kenneling, send this one first, and then reward that one first for going in. Going in and out of doors, things like that. They'll naturally do a lot of that stuff on their own, but if you're cognizant of it and you encourage it, and they, you know, have their order down 1, 2, again presumably 1, 2, you're really going to avoid a lot of problems further down the line. So I've seen a lot of puppies that do really well, and then, you know, they don't call behaviorists and trainers like me until 6 or 7 when they start, you know, fighting over resources or territory, things like that. And it's oftentimes just due to the owners not advocating for the proper pack order. So just bear all that in mind. Don't overthink it, don't underthink it, but it seems like this is going to be your A, and that's going to be your B. But so far, so good. Everyone's getting along. Everyone's really chill. They've been great with the dogs. Everything's been super positive.